Sup, dogs? Hey!
Hey,
Sup, brothers?
Sup, boys? How's everyone?
Tired, eh?
Doing a bit of work out there?
No, we went to park with the kids, but I just finished my working week. Started last Friday and just finished this morning.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
So you got a week off now, eh?
Yeah. We got
Oh, bro.
tomorrow. I'm working Saturday though. Tomorrow, Sunday, and then the rest of next week off. Back on Sunday. Oh, back on Saturday.
Oh, nice. Terry, all good? Your mic is... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. How are you, Safa?
oh, good, bro. Nice to finally meet you, Josh.
You too, brother.
Yeah, I've been watching the
Oh, wait.
podcast.
Oh, yeah. No, this is the first time we met. Where about
Yeah,
you?
Oh,
I'm from same as Pat Mangry.
Oh, you're mad.
Yeah. Are you in Australia? Or?
Yeah, Sydney. With with a 2020 NRL champs are in
Hey.
Penrith Panthers. They're just behind me. The playing field's just back there.
hey, oh.
Did you see how I said there? Like I was back there.
Back there. Oh,
Back there.
boy. Back there.
I keep calling the kids off, eh? When they say like the number 6 and they go 6. Or there, we. I'm like, hey guys, remember where we're from?
Oh, let them be.
Yeah.
Oh, but they're looking forward to coming back, man. They're mad.
Bro, I can't wait till they come back, bro. Come back to have some fish and chips. Come back to some fish and chips. Oh.
They're bad, eh? Like here, they just classify you as like if you're. They don't even know what a New Zealander is. Eh? Like they can't contemplate that a brown person is New Zealander. Eh? They just immediately believe you're like you're off. They call us phobes, yeah. See, that's offensive, man.
True.
That's offensive. Sorry, guys. What's our program?
Nah, it was just just talk shit.
Yeah. Shit.
Seems like
Yep. Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah. What's up, boss?
What's up, boys? Sorry, man. The laptop's playing up. If we're just looking for any sponsors out there, looking to sponsor me a new laptop, just DM me after the show. But no, thanks everyone for joining in on the ForTheBoys Podcast. Again, we welcome Sifa or Chief 275, Josh, all the way from Sydney, and then we got also Swanky, the second, tuning in from LA.
Oh, essay.
Oh,
Suffolk. Sorry, Suffolk.
welcome to all the viewers that have joined and they keep joining every week. Man, thank you.
Jump on the chat.
Yeah, man. 2 million viewers. At least one of you say something. Oh, got the also Hawkeye there.
Hey, I can't even see.
Pouncing. There we go. How do we share this? How do we share the stream? Is it on Facebook? Or
Yep,
YouTube?
it's on Facebook. You can either go onto YouTube. The sharing part, I don't know if the settings will allow it. We're looking for a new admin.
We're looking heaps of positions.
Yeah. Soon we're gonna get the boot too.
So no, it's for the boys.
Now, boys, so we've got a few topics we want to discuss. Hopefully, it's not too deep for our viewers, and we all can join in. But the boys had a chat earlier this week, and
we don't know how to put into words because
It's hard to explain, bro. Like,
yeah, some may
even-
take it offensive.
yeah.
The fact that we're islanders, hopefully it won't go that far. So I think Swanky may have a.
Bro, it's hard to explain, bro. Like, even trying to think of how to put it out there for the boys to talk about. But, like, there's families that are hard out into the culture, but just tend to forget where they're at. Like, they're hard out. Oh, jeez. You remember, Josh, the conversation we had earlier? I'm trying to get it out, but I can't.
My understanding is like religion versus family, maybe versus culture. Don't know if that makes sense to everyone there. Little scenario is Swanky.
Or even like that, yeah. Like you'll have those few families that will give heaps to the church. Well, but they rather give heaps for their church, but nothing to eat for the week, sort of thing.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Like they put that pride to be called out in front of everyone at church. The top of the givings or whatever.
Yeah.
But come for the week, you got nothing to eat, sort of thing.
Yeah. I remember the conversation. Yeah. Sorry, we're just getting into the car. But yeah. Culture, eh? Like, is it culture or is it religious? Or is it
both, really? Both, really.
Culture, mostly, I reckon.
Because I remember when I asked you, Josh, where in the Samoa culture where you're married into a family, and you have, as when you're married, like an in-law, and you have to serve the family. And just a friend of a friend, the family was taking advantage of him.
Was it?
Like taking his pretty much his whole pay and sort of thing like that.
Wow.
Yeah,
But I think he's had enough where he had to step back and sort of say, "Hey, I got to look out for myself."
it's a really broad subject for me because, like, if it's culture, so people are like, what I don't get on like that kind of conversation is like, people like, they say they're proud this or proud that, whatever culture they are, and then you take bits and pieces versus, our parents, they came from the islands and they've come to, we call it muli, we call it coming to New Zealand or going to a place where there's bountiful food and or whatever, right? And then we adapt to the new society and the new rules because there's rules here. Like we can't fully implement the culture in a new society, or we can, or it's kind of, that's where it kind of gets mixed up. I'm going into like a black zone. I might be fuzzing out.
Not good enough.
Just blame the admin. Yeah, so I've had troubles with it, like, but when we speak about it, sanction, there was statistics a couple of years back where I'm talking about depression and suicide, and it was about our millennials or our the first generation kids here in New Zealand or Australia where they went and committed suicide because they couldn't meet the cultural obligations, and that's like, why would we put culture or money or anything like that above like just ego above anything else?
Yeah.
I might be going off topic, but
No, I think that's exactly what it is. Ego, pride, put before looking after their own. I think, I don't know, man. Like you said, it's really broad.
That's buzzy, man.
But we live in New Zealand where, like, oh man, there's heaps of bills. You got to pay the rent, right? Then food, utilities, But in the islands, you don't even pay rent.
That's right. They live off the land.
Hey, so it's like
Yeah. Dude, yeah.
it's just straight off the land. So oh jeez.
But is it like a competition?
Yeah.
Within
What I've seen.
churches, even though your family's struggling, but what they show people on the outside is like, we're giving this or a lot of money to the church, just to show everyone, oh hey, look at me. Is that some of that in the church? Because I don't. What I see is that I got a lot of island mates, and their share is that, all the stuff they tell me is like, oh man, some people go into debt just to show other families that they got all this money, but really deep down it's not even helping them. It's not benefiting them in the future, and yeah, it's.
Sorry, sis. No, you go. Can you hear me?
Go ahead, Oos.
Oh no, so it's contradicting, eh? Like they're being fake about what. So I think the Bible says give from your heart, where these guys are giving to, and it is a competition. My whole life I've seen it as a competition. This family wants to. They see this family put in 100, so next week they have to put in 110, just because they want to be, I don't know, like like do they get more blessings because
Bro,
there must
exactly.
be an idea if they give more that they get blessed more, and that's not how I read it in the Bible. If you give from your heart and you give wholeheartedly, you're gonna be blessed, whether it's $1 or $1,000. But if you're doing it to compete, then what's the sense?
I reckon there's most definitely like that type of thing going on in the church. My little Freddie, my little Bobby. So, Jeremiah?
Kia ora.
Kia ora, bro. Good to see you out of the darkness and in the garage.
In the light, man. In the light.
So this was just talking about culture and religion and how some families
Man, I had a talk about this with one of the boys, eh? And we'll just and the point that he bring up with was like, back in the days in the islands, like how before they had money, like every family had something to bring to the table. Eh? Like one family had livestock, and the other family had like cassava, whatever, and they would like bring that stuff in there. But then once money came into the scene, that kind of changed everything, eh? And
for sure.
And then that's when the competition. Sorry.
No, sorry. It goes back to the whole colonization and the missionaries and coming. But so this is a massive topic on its own. So the belief systems and just religion on its own, where it was like and that's not being racist or anything, but the white people came off their religion and brought their systems and stuff to an island that was already running well, but they had things that our islanders never saw before, and they were intrigued, and they just got sucked in, I guess, and then they started to take over, and we got colonized and all that, and then we started to we're westernized in our own little islands, and then over the hundreds of years we've this is our new norm. But if we go back to pre-colonization, we were solid.
True.
I buzz out like how they in the history channels where they talk about Pacific Islanders are like king of navigators, eh? Just using the stars, stars, winds, and all that sort of stuff. And we've been labeled the best navigators, eh? But yeah, I don't know about religion.
Until Captain Cook, eh?
Oh, he's another story.
Captain Croc.
Until Captain Coco.
Captain Cock.
Thank you to the Hawaiians. Thank you to
Yes,
the Hawaiians for assassinating
Yes.
him.
Oh, Jay, Jim.
Hey.
You went to school for one
cousins.
day, eh? You went to school for a day and you learned something.
Hey, the quick Google, eh? Hey. But that's buzzy, like how, because you know how today, like the people, a lot, like everyone cares about what everyone thinks of themselves, and bro, it's buzzy to see it. It's been going on for how long, eh? Like of the whole one-up thing.
Yeah, it's been happening for years, man. Happening for years in the island culture. Competition, bro. Even though they got nothing, but they'll still bring something.
Oh yeah, man.
That's it.
God,
Eh? That's it.
getting the loans and whatnot, eh? Shucks.
Yeah, bro. That's why
And
the
it's-
finance company loves us,
Oh,
bro.
bro. For sure.
We were the number one hit list, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Vince just added his 5 cents. There you go.
Yeah.
When you're
Facebook
poor in the
user.
Western world, only way to make it is by having money. Money becomes the only thing you want and need.
Yo.
But that's what we've been taught to think, but we don't
Yeah,
really
that's
need.
it. Yeah.
Hey, we can go and
Yeah.
cultivate, go
Huh.
plantation in our own land, like our own house. We've just become like brainwashed into thinking the way we're thinking. That's
Yeah.
crazy. But even every single occasion, first birthday, communion, or graduation, and it's just a big show. Why we? Yeah, and it goes back to putting on a show for everyone else, and then going home and
that's
eating
it, bro.
noodles, or crackers.
I love that Mig Goreng.
Yeah, make a rain for 5 months. How you guys doing, everybody?
Sad to see.
How you guys
What'd you say,
doing
Ma?
at PNG? How you guys doing at PNG, Swanky?
Oh, you know. I don't even have answers. I don't even have an answer for that one. I don't even know.
Dude, you guys do different than Solomon Islands.
So I don't even have an answer for that one.
Thank you.
Oh, Lindsay. What's up, boys?
That
Shot
boys.
Savin. Oh, sorry. Vince. Vince asked if you sleep in a bunk.
Yeah, I'm out of the closet in the kids' rooms. Yeah,
Upgrading,
privacy,
upgrading.
bro. Privacy, yeah, privacy, bro.
It looks like the garage, Juice. It looks like the garage. Watch out, Juice. Might open the garage door. Vince, jump on. Where's the rest of the boys?
Man, bro, but that's a massive topic, eh?
Yeah, it's bad. And Tongan culture is bad, man.
Nah, I reckon it's all across the island, Zeus.
Yeah. You see how the Tongans do it, bro? When they have weddings, bro, 50 pigs, bro. 50 pigs. Bro,
Gee.
50 pigs. Bro. That's ridiculous, man.
Oh, shit.
Bro,
Don't do that. The river, it's got to get like 1,000 plus. Little envelope
man,
on the
that's
side.
all across, bro. That's all across the
man,
island.
that's bullshit, bro. We come back home and wipe our ass and eat bread for the whole.
Yeah, Mi Goreng, sponsor us.
Yeah, man. That's the fun of them. Even growing up, man, I was a young lad, bro. Bro, we had nothing. But somehow the parents had money to. I don't know where this money came from.
Hey, you got heaps of money now. Look at the car you drive now. Big flex.
Finance companies love me.
Oh, it's still going.
Yeah, bro. Like I feel sorry for the Pafikals, eh? The Pafikals kids, man.
Is that the pasta ministers?
Yeah, man. Shucks. Imagine the pastor's kids in there. Like, what if he's got like 10 kids, bro? Every wedding has to be a massive wedding.
Yeah. Stop, birthdays, funerals, bro. Everything.
Bro, everyone's after use.
How come I can't see their profiles on this?
Yes.
Oh, Sosh, what's up, man?
Taking the shots, see.
Taking the shots behind the. Toxic in the chat, bro. Toxic in the chat.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man.
That's why I ask all the boys to see their have their say, see what they think.
Man.
Oh, have you guys? Sosh asked if you guys asked. I don't know if this is a joke, but yes, if you guys watched My Father's Kingdom.
Nah, I was wanting to watch it. Is he a copy online?
Is it for real?
I was wondering if there's a free copy online.
I'll probably look it up. It sounds like a solid one. My Father's
Yeah,
Kingdom.
yeah, but I've been hearing some good stuff about it.
What's it about?
Just
Oh, I don't want to look it up and I don't want to start playing in it. Oh no,
that's the different site you're looking at. Kingdom Come. There's Kingdom Come.
Oh, good Terry.
This thing
Yeah,
is
bro.
bursting. That bloody
Hey?
laptop.
Oh,
Hello, you just finished getting screamed at.
And that.
Oh, good man.
Hold on a sec.
And I was buzzing up how you bring up the Bible, Josh.
Yeah.
Because this is one story in the Bible about it's just those little proverbs. What is it? Where Jesus talks about the guy who gives his offering and he gives in heaps, and then everyone like praises him. But then there's that poor lady who gives like one coin, and then he asks him, "Who do you think Jesus is gonna bless more, the old lady or the guy that gave more?" And then he said that the lady, because that's all she had. And that's what people need to realize now is like people just need to give like what they have, like don't go above and beyond.
Mm.
Give it wholeheartedly, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Not for flicks.
I guess responsibility sits with the minister as well. Like,
Oh wow, true.
for me, just like why would you? Well, but I don't know what the systems are in the churches, but you're a servant of God. You're not a god. Like, so I guess for me, what I've seen is our Pacific people have put priests on a pedestal. Like, if we treat the priest better than we do our own kids and family, we get more blessing. Like, something like that.
Yeah.
Like gods.
And I'm not against it. I'm just like, like, they're just messengers of God. We're all messengers of God, eh? But why do they have to get like all the money or whatever? I don't know. Had a good conversation with my daddy around this about a month ago, about the offertory that we, people give and where does it go to. So we, for Catholics, they do two trays during the service, one in the beginning and one near the end.
Okay.
And I'm not sure where the money goes, but they take that money and they go and give it to the wider church, I think, and then it goes to help other people as well as pay costs for. That's what I think. And I was just saying, why doesn't the community just, gather that money and then help poor families within the church, or run education, or do something that can directly help the members of the church? Sorry, I'm just going off here.
Like logical stuff. Hey, we think it's easy to make a decision on, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
Sure.
But that's the biggest thing about island churches is money. Next minute, missing money. Someone's pocketed the money.
Oh my
Someone's
gosh!
kicking off with like
How many
the bank
Someone's
account.
pulling up
Let's
in
start
the
rolling
late.
up in the latest.
How many stories have we heard like
latest
that? Wow.
Turkey,
And then they end up
place-
with this black Jeep.
black Jeep, black on black front.
Man,
But my experience with religion and all that, we grew up with nothing, and the old man, his belief was stronger than everything else. So when he did go because we're Catholic, so when we did go to church, like I see the money that he puts into the tithing, to the offering, and I'm like, hoses, where's this money coming from? He's putting it all in there, and sometimes the $50 notes, and yet we're at home just drinking the water, dipping our fingers in the water, and just eat our fingers. But that was him. But he whenever there was something to do with church, he was always in there. He was always trying to help the church and see if. But he always said to us, he goes, "Oh, the amount of money doesn't compare to how much that I really put into God," and he always gets his way, or gets something back from him. Like, he's, "Oh, I've always been blessed." So to give that is only small compared to what he's been blessed with. I don't know what kind of blessing he got, because I never saw it. But that's us, and I don't think the family were too strict about the culture ways, but we had this is another chat we had with one of the other boys who runs Soul Food Flex. He asked us a question, and it's I'll share with you the question, but it's about what was it again? Sorry, Swanky, I gotta pull it up. I don't want to say something that
It's about so the host went to the shop and he saw a Palangi kid playing up, and him and his friend said, "Oh, if that was an island kid, that kid would have gotten a hiding."
and,
anyways, they said, is respect embedded in the culture, or are we? What was it like? Is respect embedded in the culture, or do we
was out of fear?
Yeah. Was it out of fear
It's
that we started respect?
that's not respect. Well, it depends. Like, if you're abusive to your kids and think that's respect, or that's discipline, that's not respect. Like, your kids are respecting you out of fear. So, like, working with youth and stuff, and you learn about the brain, shame-based and fear-based. It's not long-term. It's a show. Eh? So, and we're high-functioning people that are really messed up inside. Pacific Islanders are, right? They are so much pressure on them. School, work, serve the family, serve the church. But mentally inside, they're messed up. They don't have the regulation skills that a person. If we're comparing Palangi and Islander, a Palangi kid might be allowed to make mistakes, where we are shame-based. We are smacked into thinking it was our fault for making a mistake when it's not. Because learning and growing is about making mistakes and learning from it. But we weren't taught like that. We were taught like bang, 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 and then a real bang on the head. And a bang on the bum, or the other bang, bang on the bed, and everything else. And I don't agree with physical, like overboard physical discipline.
Yeah.
It's how you talk to your kids and how you get them to learn about the emotions. Because that's where we fail. We don't teach our kids about emotions, like how to recognize, how to deal with it. All we know is when we get in trouble, we bite our teeth, we bite our tongues. And we go to the back and we do the fingers and all that stuff.
Shadow
Well,
boxes
you
on the air. Malo Lindsay, Malo Bobby.
Double zone.
Kia ora.
Hello.
Kia ora, Bobby.
Hello, boys. Stop for jumping on.
How we all doing?
We're good.
You're always making these big intros. It's not fair, bro. It's not fair. How you, Lindsay? Oh, Mr. Blessed.
So, boys.
Sup,
Probably the
LT?
most I've seen in this cast. What's up, all?
Oh.
And then we got our twins in the corner.
Good-looking fellas, eh?
Oh yeah, now boys, first topic we spoke about. I'm not too sure if you guys were on the chat. Lindsay, I'm not too sure if you heard the first topic that we spoke about.
I said in regards to the offerings in the church and that.
Yeah, like it's kind of big in island culture. Family versus their religion. How they give everything into the church, and at the end of the day, I'm not too sure. I don't think I went through it, but not as bad. But yeah, something along those lines.
Yeah, and I remember from the days when I was a kid, being brought up in church and that, it's always been competition between families as to who can, provide the most. The only sad thing about it is that they actually read out each person and their donations given. So,
Yeah.
And that's one thing that puts the pressure on families because they don't want to be seen as the ones to be the least, giving the least amount because it's like a shame thing. And through the experiences we've been, people end up taking out loans just to be able to give and, be seen as the one to be able to provide more towards the church. But in the background, the families are struggling because, the parents are more concerned about giving towards the church rather than feeding the family at home or paying the bills and that. So it got to the stage when I was a teenager, how you have the offering plate come around. I'll put in $2 and I'll pull out $1 change just for the hell of it. So
Yeah, same.
the guys
You used to put in 20 cents and pull out $2.
I was the altar boy.
And you're still doing it, eh?
When I was altar boy swimming, and we took the plate to the back, and I just grabbed some $5 notes and $10 notes. No, I didn't let you say this.
But yeah, with how the church I've been brought up with, it's like they give a certain amount before the church has even started, and then they give another amount, and they just keep giving, and you don't know when it's going to stop. So after that, it was like, God, it's a big put off. I just gave what I can, and yet they still read what I've been giving, and it's like, oh, shame, kind of thing.
Sicky boys.
How Bobby?
Right?
How was your experience with this in your younger years? When you went to church?
I totally agree with But also, what everyone's saying, it was pretty much like a must, really, for our household. And not naming any churches, but the Methodist. Hey, get it for life.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is pretty sad, like, how they always call out each family's amount. It kind of, it's always like a downside of things. Yeah. We even had like Govanga Sivas, where there was a point where two families were competing with each other all over like a small trophy. And when one family found out that the other family put in more, they put in twice as much as what they planned, and they all over a small trophy.
Wow.
So
It's crazy.
so they all over that one trophy. One family put in like 2K just for a small trophy.
Crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get back your 2K though?
Right? Still paying some finance for that one.
I think the max you'll ever get back from tax returns is what, $500 if you
Yeah.
give so much for donation. Yeah.
I think it's
Oh, so you can get tax off your tithing.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
If
you get a return.
It's like a third. You get a third back if you put it in the basket. You don't. But if you like I think the Catholic Church, they've got an envelope with your name, and just your details, and it gets registered. And
Then
stuff.
you get a receipt. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm getting ripped off, man.
Don't lie, you never went to church.
Yeah.
If you don't turn up,
Somebody actually went to churches.
they take your name off their list.
Just a question to you boys. What religion you guys are? Just starting from Pat. What's are you Catholic?
Oh, I grew up Effexus, if I can say.
Oh, Catholic too.
Oh yeah, I am a Catholic. I'm a Catholic, but I'm not always in church, but I still attend some services. Yeah, Catholic.
Oh,
Mm.
oh, okay. All right, Tamaki, Chief.
I was Wesley and Dogo.
Oh, that's us here. Methodist, man. Methodist.
Oh, yeah.
Got a few Catholics, huh? Josh T's Catholic, Bobby Catholic.
What?
Yeah, but I'm not. I don't.
Oh, Methodist.
I was born Catholic, but I
Oh, Methodist. Oh,
was
Lindsay,
born
Catholic too, Lindsay. Oh.
Hey?
No, I'm atheist now.
Yeah.
No, I was congregation, if I can say.
Oh, listen.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alexa,
Exo, go shoot your PS5.
Hey, 7 days, Swanky.
Oh, boys,
7 days.
while we're all here, this is what we wanted. This is what we're trying to push every week, is to have all the lads try and join us every week. It's good to have, get to see all the boys back on again. There's a question I brought up about 2 weeks ago, and I'm not too sure if you guys were listening in or maybe you didn't, but who cares? We got 30 viewers, and hopefully one of them were you guys. It was about, is this generation we live in weak? But before you guys jump in there, sorry, I need to word that properly, but that's in regards to a post that I put up a while back, and it basically just said it was just a rundown of how we see our young people that are taking their lives at like really young age. When sometimes they're not even out of intermediate and they've already had those bad thoughts. I could have worded it properly, and maybe it's better way of throwing it out there. But I chucked that on the chat to see if you guys probably have a better understanding or a different understanding.
What was the question? Sorry, bro.
Is this generation weak? Is that the question?
Yeah.
I think the generation's confused, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's culture versus society. Bringing island style versus the Western world that they live in, and then again going back to not taught how to regulate your own emotions, recognize your emotions and stuff. So that's where the kids can't manage it, and then that's what happens. That's the reality. If our parents focus on educating our kids how to, around their emotions, then we wouldn't have so much issues. That's me. That's my personal view. We're not weak. The new generation is not weak. They're just misinformed and confused because their generation before them is the same, and before them are the same too.
I reckon social media has a big part to play too, like for this generation especially.
Nice.
Like a lot of things being said behind the screen and people misreading it, like wherever they are, I don't know. Things will be people will take things a lot differently if they said it face to face. Probably wouldn't even say it to begin with. Maybe I don't know.
The online, so like last month there was I think it was a Twitch chat. They literally got one dude to kill himself online, and that's like they were telling everyone in the chat was telling him to kill himself, and then the next morning he died. He was a streamer.
I think I've seen that. Yeah, the chat pushed him to it.
The bullying,
That's it, bro.
I like how you said that they're misinformed, because that plays a big part. If they don't have the right information for themselves, or the right guidance, it's easy for them to fall off the rails and listen to the negative thoughts that come through. I think Swanky, we had a little talk about this today, and how that it's easy for someone's negative thoughts to creep in if it's been there before. So let's say you went through a bad time, or depression, maybe who knows, because you got some fancy people come through and tell you, you're depressed. But in saying that, if you've had those negative thoughts, it's so easy for it to creep back in. Like, if you're having the day where, oh damn, I'm on the down, you just keep pushing yourself down because of the negative thoughts. Are just easy for it to run through your mind.
Bro, it's crazy, man. Those thoughts, bro. Like, go ahead, Josh. Sorry, bro.
No, sorry. Like, it's not. It's the fact that we've never been told that it's okay to ask for help. Like, we've always, I think, for island people or boys in general, like, you have to just man up. Our fathers thought we're guys who just, they didn't check
hard
in.
enough.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah.
But gee, that fun was done to our kids, and it's a never-ending cycle. Some people are too embarrassed to ask for help, and that's what I see. Like, like I said, like we can look all good, high-functioning people, but inside we're just, messed up.
And it, like, with everything happening on TV, the media, it happens to anyone and everyone, really. Yeah, like you can see all you'd think all these big stars with actors, actresses, and to find out they've been battling depression through their whole lives, and it's like what came on my FM. It's okay not to be okay and to speak out, but the hard thing is the speaking part. It's because we've learned to hold things in. You get better at it.
And it's fear of judgment. It's fear of judgment. That's it. We care too much about what people think. We've lost. The is it Paul? Like he was fighting depression, right?
Yeah.
Like, and he didn't reach out to people, or he might have. But like, how different would it be if we were okay with like being vulnerable instead of being tough,
Yeah.
And a lot of our young polys, they go to gangs and stuff to get that validation. They whatever the leaders are, they give them props and they G them up, and they get a sense of I'm wanted. I'm important in this little space or whatever, and then they become superhuman people that just can eat bullets and stuff.
But that's a classic example there of fucking rest in peace, Spoor. Like how on the outside, bubbly, outgoing, on the radio, high energy. Deep down inside, jeez.
And a good one recently was just to bring up shout out to my FM that's not watching, and how Tegan.
Don't leave me.
How Tegan's battling that. She's been diagnosed with some sort of depression, and she said, that's the main thing. She comes in and she has to bring that fire, they bring that high energy.
Yeah.
But
put on that face.
Put on that front. Even though, like, you wouldn't have even known that with her bubbly personality, she had something deep down, and something along those lines of being depressed. And fuck, it was not that I was listening. I had to jump back on later on because I seen a post. So it happens to everyone, eh?
And you just don't know. And you just don't know, bro.
Shot Matthew Shaw for showing up and
hey man,
getting us a feed at
getting us a feed, eh? Just a special deals.
Just a number 15 special burger.
I only got $5.
Yeah, good bro.
Go up the road to eat something else for your $5.
Oh!
Sorry, boys. I just finished work. I just got home.
Very nice, Oos.
Chat, thank you for jumping on. If you guys are keen to fill in the space, we'll be happy to have you guys on. Hawkeye, I think you have a brother or friend that's in the same posse. We'd love to hear your guys' stories, eh? This is what this platform is built for, is for us to it's a safe spot for everyone to jump on and have a laugh at each other.
Go to the takeaways. Some fish and chips. How's everyone doing, boys? We on days off or halfway through the week?
What's going on?
You guys keeping up with sorry, Josh, for the government and the everything that's happening on TV? You guys been watching? Nah.
That's a big negative, bro. I don't watch the news, bro.
Oh, bro, funny story. Oh, it was not actually funny, but I popped into Magware Turbo or whatever that place is in Newland, bro, and the guy started talking about how you believe in the Illuminati and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, wholeheartedly use.
Oh man, yeah. Take us down the rabbit hole, bro. Take us down the
Free-
rabbit
free-
hole.
There's the eye.
Illuminati,
There's the eye.
All I can see is the
Freemasons.
those hollow eyes. Man.
Is it the three Masons? Freemasons?
Oh,
Yeah.
you went to school again, Oos. 2 days in history class. It was all.
No, I'm not chicken.
No, it's been watching that Nicolas Cage's Treasure Hunter.
No, there's quite a few LEs at work that are Freemasons.
Oi.
No shit. No shit.
Oh, Chris Lee's one of them, eh?
Yeah, there's a few of them.
Jacinta's, I think, dad and uncle were Freemasons.
Mm.
Yeah, bro. This guy was telling me about how the Freemason funded her schooling, Jacinta's schooling. Goes that far back.
Did
And how-
anyone know Jacinta, like, during the Labour Party? Is she Labour? Yeah.
Yeah, she's Labour.
Nah.
Yeah. I just know she came out of Mount Albert. She used to be
Yeah, she's
the lecturer for Mount Albert.
that's pretty out of. She's young as well, man, to be prime minister.
What's all?
Oh, my.
What does that have to do with?
No, I'm just saying, man. That's
How old is she, Double?
He doesn't know.
no. She's about 30.
Oh,
30
he went to school again.
35.
You're surprising
Yeah,
on
man.
this one. Very surprising everyone on this.
Labor hard, bro.
Hey, Tupac is still alive.
Yeah, he's down the bottom.
Two bucks in Pocono.
Got a beard now, eh?
The Pocono next door to Vince.
Donnius, what are you doing? Oh no. Oh, toxic in the chat. It's toxic in the chat.
Also,
Yeah.
sorry, just to cut that. We've got a guest on next week. Thanks to Mikey and his pools. We got also joining us Swiss. That's our big announcement. So next week we'll have Swiss, but at the same time, boys, we'd love to have you guys on, man.
Harus.
Man, I like to fill up all these fucking gaps inside our.
All these seats. All these seats on the screen.
And Bobby, bro, you're being tired. Look, you look like you don't want to be here, bro. Talk to us. Talk to us.
The man's been working out. Oos.
Yeah. It's a long day or so.
Appreciate you coming in, stepping in, and coming through.
It's always a blessing to see your fellows' beautiful faces.
Oh, to make it, Oos, to make it.
Nah, I just said a few years afterwards, I'm just a bit, yeah.
No wonder why you were crying.
What's your poison, bro?
I'm quite loving the ta'ulas at the moment, eh?
Ooh.
He's
What's
big,
your
eh?
local?
I'm sorry to all my Lima Usos out there, but ta'ulas,
Oh, you got your clubbing eyes on, bro. Turn off the light, bro. Turn off the light.
this is my signal to Maki to change the music.
That's the scanning eyes. Scan the perimeter eyes.
Hey. Oh, so is Tola not made from Vailima? Is it a whole different?
I'm not, to be honest, I'm not too sure, but it's much smoother.
It does the job, eh? I'm still waiting for this $5 special. So where's the fish and chips? Where's the fish and chips? That's all.
Jeremiah's got it.
Where's the wonton soup?
Is New Zealand? Are you guys still voting in November, or has it been delayed or something? Or
October something, 23rd, I think. Is it?
October.
23rd?
Yeah, something like that.
What a Facebook troll, man.
But it's kind of funny with how every year when voting comes around, you start seeing your local parties coming around having a yarn. But where were you during the year?
Gee, the funniest one was when John Key went to that song in church. I wanted to touch it, so what the hell? That was
John Key came to look up us for domestic violence ladies. And they literally just came in like 5 minutes, they shut up. They gave the mothers cups, they were empty, and I told them to pretend to drink, and it was it was all publicity.
Just a show, eh?
It's all for show, man.
Bro.
And you know who they're targeting, right? They're targeting low demographic families.
Always.
Yeah. And they fall for it, eh? Like all their policies, say really great policies, and then get into government and not even.
Yeah, bullcrap.
Oh no.
Judith.
Hello, Ivan.
I'm telling you, the chat is toxic tonight. Oh yeah, Vince has got a question.
Ooh.
No issue, bro. We labour hard every day, all day.
Hard up the inner.
Blacks for life, bro.
Oh no.
MMT, bro.
Nah, man. Let's see.
Bro, honestly, to be honest, I haven't even been watching most of those polls. I've just been seeing a lot of memes about Judith and her Samoan husband. Just seeing a lot of that, bro. But when a lot of the media stuff that comes on, it's hard for me to watch it because it's cheesy as and.
That's Joshua's auntie, Judith. Come on, Josh Park on the platforms. I mean, Tom. Josh's auntie, bro.
Oh, for real?
Married to his uncle.
Uncle's auntie, uncle. He's a
Classic.
How about your take on the events? What's your take on the votes?
All right, it's hard to say. All those politicians will say what you want to hear.
And then just all the
and then when they're in the seat, bro, they ain't gonna do jack.
Correct.
That's why Mangere Town Center still looks like that, and all the other town centers are upgrading, bro.
I mean,
we're getting ripped off of the 275, man.
Mangere looks pretty good now. I'm gonna tell you.
Yo, they're building around it. And they kicked out all those state houses. Now they're building all those shoe boxes.
Mangere is the gateway to Auckland, New Zealand.
I'm not happy.
It's where the planes land, bro.
You guys should drive through.
I don't know, bro. All I see in Mangere is the same thing that happened back in Ponsonby, where they just push out the brown people, bro. Push out further south. And all I see now is people walking their dogs. We don't walk our dogs.
What they wasted their money here in Mangere is when they did those bicycle, those bike that no one rides bikes in Mangere.
Oh no, that's just on your street because you guys can't ride bikes. You guys can't differentiate between a footpath and the road.
I'm Mangere East to borderline Peppertonia,
Just gonna vote for Ganabas. Let's go, Canada's.
Yes, the cannabis.
Danny, jump on, brother. You got your 5 minutes of fame.
They're all liars.
Vince has
They're
got
always
another one.
perform-
Vince, hey, Vince is a Palangi guy. That's too hard, bro. That's too hard.
He lives in Pocono now, bro.
Changed since he's gone to Pocono.
He's change this guy, bro.
White man, bro. White man.
Hey,
No, he's always been like this, but he's further south, so he feels safe to speak his mind. He's too far away.
Vince, what's the market like this Friday, bro?
What was that, bro?
Pocono's got some night markets on this Friday.
Oh,
So they check it out.
Honest.
Mm.
Oh, boys, with some good news. We'll be streaming to a lot of podcasting sites soon. So that's coming up in the near future. We'll be jumping on hopefully Spotify, a lot of those websites or holders. Sorry. Even though half the shit we talk about is rubbish, be good to have it out there.
It's just good to have all the boys on.
That's the new niche, bro. Because everyone talks about like specific stuff. We just talk real niche.
yeah.
Very hard. But you know how I said half the stuff is rubbish. All the facts comes from Josh.
That's why we can't carry on the conversation because we don't know. I don't know where to go on from there.
Josh takes us to a different realm, man. We're like, oh.
Then you
Next
guys are
week
gonna
you'll probably just see Josh on this chat. He'll be running the show.
No, make the whole screen Josh show.
You get to learn and you just share what you think. So that's just my own observations.
Nah, it's good, bro. It's good having everyone on the man. It's everyone's take. This is why it's built, and this is us every Thursday night. 8
Man,
PM.
I hope you guys jump on next week as well.
Yeah, man. Been a bit quiet down there.
Hey,
Focusing.
Swiss, is
Down
that
there,
Remy
little
Lynch's
Abner's.
boy, is it?
Sorry, Lindsay?
Yeah. Yeah, but maybe boy.
Is it DJ Swiss? Is that Reminiscence's boy?
Yeah.
No. It's Swiss, the artist, the singer.
Oh, the singer. Oh, yeah.
That's case Swiss you're talking about.
Yeah, K-Swiss, hey.
Oh,
yeah,
okay, Swiss,
Case the shoes.
Ooh.
Lizzie.
This guy.
That's what
This guy.
That's what Lizzie was trying to say, man.
Oh, yeah.
Follow. Speak for yourself.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for that $5 special. So just a special sauce, chicken salt on the fries, please.
I got yeah, bro.
Unmute your mic, Terry. That'll help boost. First step, just unmute your mic. Just there you go. There you go. Big moves. Let's go.
Moving up in the world, bro. But no, thanks, boys. Thanks for jumping on with us. We always try to pump out a good hour of good content.
Educational and
yeah, man.
educational and
Bobby.
But to end it off, any advice, any for a young, or maybe just advice in general for maybe Soaks to sit up properly. Just advice, boys. Anything you want to throw out there that could help anyone's day. Maybe you're going through something and maybe you've picked yourself up and that could help another brother out there, sister. Swanky.
What's up, Bruce? Oh,
What's
for
out?
me,
What's
man, I
out?
don't know, man. Like, I think everyone's. I think you touched on it before. Like, it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to get those dark moments, but also take that first step on reaching out, man. Like, we're all here. Like, reach out to the brothers. Yeah.
Soaks.
Stay positive, man.
Yeah, man. Just be kind, show respect. You know, you don't know the guy you're talking to could be going through a crap day.
Can I say something? I don't see you do that on the platform. You're a bit of
I was gonna say that, bro. You're so mean on that platform, bro. You're closing doors on people. You're not even kind.
Oh, but you're just being professional. I get you. You're just being professional. You're doing your job. But outside of work, I know you do that. I know you're kind to everyone.
Oh man,
Josh, you probably got some good advice for us, man. I'm listening in on this one.
No. Just ask people if they're okay. Or like there's this challenge going around on TikTok. Don't judge me. But just go hug someone. You know, whether it's a random person or like a family member, just hug them and just like a good hug, not like a brother hug, but like a solid hug, and just say everything's gonna be just something random, something nice, something positive. But just ask. I guess for us who are kind of all good with being vulnerable, it's just to ask our brothers or our sisters, "Are you okay?" Like, and just keep checking in. You know, like we said, you know, at face value, everyone's smiling, but just they need to be comfortable. We need to make them feel comfortable. But yeah, just check in, I guess, and give someone a hug, give someone a smile, tell them you love them. Just simple stuff.
Sweet.
Thanks, bro. Chief.
Shucks. Oh, but whenever I'm going through something, I'll just pop over to the boys' house. Because they always know you don't come over randomly. They'll say, "Hey, what's up?" But then just let your shit out.
Hard.
It's a good one too. Yeah, and sorry, touching on that, your boys know what you're going through, so it's those random pops that you really need to kind of, talk to them when you pop around unexpectedly.
Yeah.
Shut up, bro. LT.
Shut up, bro.
Lindsay, got us some advice? Sorry, I missed your last one.
No. I know all it is just stay in the positive vibe. You know, there'll be some negative stuff that'll hit you in the face, but you just don't let that affect you. Try and keep yourself busy as well, because when you're alone and you get these thoughts just coming through the head, just keep yourself busy and just talk to someone. And like Josh said, if there's someone there that needs help, give them a big hug.
Yeah.
Because not only will it help them, but it may also help yourself. So, but just stay in the positive. Everything will be okay.
Shut up, bro. Go
ahead, Mato. Go ahead, Mato. Finish off.
Oh, mate, I'm the youngest on the chat, Sally.
Yeah.
For me, it's always going to be the talk. It's always going to be the talking part, like not the actions, the talking. more than anything that we always go through is, or growing up was all action, action, action. It was always action on us, beat us up, whatever. That was the words. That was their words to us. And I think it's time for us to just change that up, and just give our kids
Straight up.
something else. Not your kids. I mean, not only your kids, everyone's kids. We can just talk. Like what touching base on what Jemiah said. He's like, oh, you never know what that person's going through or the next person's going through. But if you just
For real.
be nice to them, you know, all of us. I mean, I think the biggest thing for us, most of us, is that we work in public. So we pass at least 200 people a day, at least, you know, and it could be that one person in that lot. So I think
That's it. Yeah,
I think just being able to talk. Hello, how's your day? Can I help you? Are you all right? Move on. If you know, you might move on 2 steps, and then you'll tap you on the shoulder and say, "Actually, I'm not all right. I need help with this or whatever." And that's all it was. It was just, you know, so simple things, I think, are the hardest things for some of us to do. But yeah, talk, man. It's something I want me and my kids to do, and I'm pretty sure everyone will follow suit or want that. So, yeah, for me, it's the whole talking thing. Something that honestly we're not used to growing up is doing that, especially with our parents. But we do it with our siblings, behind our parents' backs.
Yeah.
And now it's just a matter of doing it to everybody, and just I think just doing that. For me, that's what it is for me.
Shop, bro.
Take you.
Hawkeye. Also check in with the ones that you haven't heard from. That's what I was going to get to as well. Even if you don't talk to them. So it's not an advice. It's my dare to the brothers that are on the chat at the moment, and the guys that have been on the chat, is to reach out to at least one person that you haven't spoken to in ages. Like Hawkeye said, you know, the ones that you don't talk to, reach out, even if it's, you know, for whatever reason, that you don't talk to each other, that's fine. But yeah, just reach out, tell them and ask them how their day is, how's everyone there, and just like Finn said, always darkest right before the light comes, and that's true. You know, I personally haven't experienced anything as deep, but I know after every, you know, bad time there comes a good time. So I hope with the brothers on the chat, if you guys ever need a place like outside my doorstep, anything really, if you guys need anything, just reach out. You know, we're all here. We're all and if you're going for a hard time, reach out to one of it, even if you don't talk to us. We're always here for you. So a burden is always, you know, lights are carried by many. So just take that in mind, and hopefully, boys, one of us can reach out to a friend that's in need.
Just one more thing, I think, in regards to communicating, I think you always have to remember that there's so many lines of communication these days. It doesn't have to be on a podcast for everybody to see. It can be sitting in your closet, texting someone, I need help, or, you know,
That's it.
it could be every avenue that you could think of that you have on your smartphone, because we all got our smartphones. The most important thing is not about, you know, how you do it. It's actually just practicing it and doing it.
Yeah. Checking in.
Before you know it, that's the closet that you know, your family will find you in. So you're better off keeping those lines of communication.
Save a life, bro. Could save a life.
By any means,
100%. Bro. So you know, when I got introduced to this podcast, I think just a week before, a week after, I had a. It was kind of like the same kind of idea, and I just thought on my social media, and it's in line with what you said. Also, it's just so I open up a Zoom room and I tell people, you know, we might be strangers, or you know, you just met me, but come in, have a chat if you need to. So I guess for us is to let people know that, you know, like you said, to like, you know, come and talk to me. Like people are out there say we're good because we're in the know. But there's people out there, you know, we could put up a post on social media or whatever, forum or whatever, and just say, my door's open, you know, come and talk to me.
Yeah.
Because people are more open to talking to random people as well. So I've been doing this for like 6-7 weeks. Every Friday, random people come in and we chat, we just laugh, and you know, the more they come in and we kind of get to know each other, then and it's just about letting people know on my platform that forum that, you know, come have a chat if you're down. It's all good to be not okay.
Shot for that, bro.
So, bro, is there any way our listeners or people on the podcast can jump in with you on your Zoom, or is that just a closed group?
No, it's open,
Joshy?
bro. It's open.
Yeah. Well, we'll grab some details and we'll chuck it up on our page. But no, thanks Josh, thanks Chief, Soaks, LT, Mafioso, and Swanks for tuning in. Brothers, don't jump off yet, but I'm going to end the live shortly. Just to thank everyone that's jumped on tonight. Had a yarn, or man, especially the chat. We love the chat, man. The chat that comes through, and the guys that are always jumping online asking us questions.
Every week, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Good to see some new ones.
Yeah.
But like we always say during every episode and during our lives, is you're always welcome to jump on board, even if you mute the mic, cover your camera, whatever you want to do. Just just jump on. We'll send you a link, and we can have a yarn. It's open to everyone. Anything else anyone wants to say?
It's been a good chat. You guys had a good chat tonight.
Yeah, bro. I enjoyed this one.
It's a good one, bro. It's a
It's
good one.
Just talk and share.
That's it.
Shot boys.
Just want to say thank you, Like when I heard about this podcast, and you know, just there's not that I'm aware of, but it's forums like these that actually save people's lives, and whether it's from depression or suicide or attempted, you know, suicide, it's this forum, like being vulnerable enough to tell people, you know, I cry. I'm not ashamed to say I cry. I feel I'm depressed, and people need to be alright with it. And I guess this is like I told Frankie when I heard about the movement. It's just we need more of this. We need more of the brown brothers, or just any brothers or sisters, kings and queens to come out.
For real, it's for real. Because especially our people, because we're up in the statistics of the highest rate of suicide. So you know, we're just hoping this will reach a brother or sister, king or queen, to hopefully they can relate to what we share and help them get through what they're going through. So yeah.
That's exactly it, Just making it normal, normalizing every situation. So everyone can just, you know, feel free to talk and have their vulnerability. Like
this is our generation, bro. We gotta take it back. Gone is that generation where we're like getting the hidings and being tough guys, but
still getting hidings.
Those bondage ones don't count us.
Is it a different podcast for that?
That's the real life special.
Midnight podcast.
For sure, boys. Appreciate
thanks
that,
everyone.
Appreciate the love, man. Appreciate
boys tuning in.
Sure, boys. Stay on, brothers. We're going to end the chat. Thanks, everybody in the chat. Have a good night. Like Modafonka said, stay safe. Reach out to a brother. Sure.
Oh.